out in Armidale yesterday afternoon, as you know, to a temperature of around about 34 degrees, howling winds, and all the dust, or what I thought was dust haze, was actually smoke. Turns out there were 110 bushfires in New South Wales, and probably still are, and of course the wind was just blowing all the smoke across. Now, this here in Armidale is St Patrick's Orphanage. Oh, look at that, it's up for sale. I think it's a private residence now, but if I can just read that quickly, 1919 to 1976, wow, it was still used then. Up to 1,750 children lived there for long or short-term periods, run by the Catholic community. Isn't that magnificent? Welcome to the Apex Memorial Lookout in Armidale. The monastery that we tried to see, or that we saw earlier, was somewhere over there. Armidale would be perhaps best known in Australia for being the university city. Here we are at the University of New England. This, of course, being the whole New England region, which I'm sure you remember from previous videos about the whole area, reminding some of the English pioneers of certain areas of England. So this is where my father-in-law used to work. He's now retired, but he was a professor here. Now here's something you don't see every day everywhere else in the world. Hello, Mr. Kangaroo. Hello. Oh. You're a good size too, aren't you, mate? Yeah. I imagine those ones are fairly tame, but the ones in the wild can be absolutely deadly. So you don't want to tangle with one. Their claws, their back feet, what they do, they rest back on their tails, take all their weight on their tails, they lift their rear paws up and they just slice downwards, and they can just disembowel you in one foul swoop. So if you have the opportunity to tangle with one, don't. Just coming up to this beautifully old heritage listed building, which has a very, very special place in my heart. On the veranda there is where Mrs. Brother Blonde and I got married. Yep, 14 years ago in November, or last November. Shopping mall one way, not the other way. Here we have two churches coming up. You can see the one on the left there, and then the one on the right with the large spire. One is Anglican and one is Catholic. Oh, and they've got the bells ringing. How cool is that? Okay, that's St Peter's Cathedral. That's the Anglican Cathedral. Across the road here is the Catholic Cathedral. I suppose they call them cathedrals as well, I don't know. Pretty magnificent little steeple there. A couple of pigeons sitting on the top. waiting for unsuspecting parishioners. Repent or suffer the consequences. Of course, as every town has it, the dead centre of town. Oh, my humour is poor.
Chasing down hot air balloons on Sunday morn, in pace with a familiar tune, I reach for nothing less but something more. All the day, and the wind is at my back most of the way.
Okie dokie.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Thank you.